for Thursday, the 1st of June. Where is this year going? Goodness. I'm Stephen Ridgway. There is an exploit that has been released for a remote code execution flaw in ReportLab PDF library. So the ReportLab toolkit is a popular Python library, and it's used in numerous projects to generate PDF files from HTML input. It's got approximately 3.5 million monthly downloads from the Python package index, and yeah, very widespread. There's a vulnerability which is being tracked as CVE 2023-33733, which basically allows remote code execution via this particular tool. There's a nice write-up on Bleeping Computer, which will link to the podcast. But recommendation to check whether your apps, if you're developing apps, whether your apps are using this particular library, or in fact, actually, whether you are using other stuff that may potentially have been built with this in it. The version that you're aiming to get to is version 3.6.13, which has been around for about a month, but the seriousness has increased now that there is a proof of concept exploit that is available. Experts warn of backdoor-like behavior within Gigabyte systems. So Gigabyte systems are makers of hardware stuff. Kind of breaking news at the moment, but impacted UEFI firmware, which appears to provide the ability for attackers to backdoor machines. The backdoor would allow things like man-in-the-middle attacks. Of course, it's persistent because it would allow for the installation of UEFI rootkits, and is basically a bad thing happening very deep within your system. So if you have got a Gigabyte system or Gigabyte based system, then definitely look out for the update. So, which will be forthcoming. There is there are in fact a couple of indicators of compromise in the article that will link to the podcast, and recommend that you check to see whether any of these can be identified within systems on in your environments. Toyota has suffered yet another cloud data breach. So yeah, they were leaked. Two misconfigured cloud services have leaked 260,000 car owners' personal information, but over a 7-year period. And this follows on from the announcement earlier, well, it must have been last month, I think, that 2.15 million customers' data was available for over 10 years to anybody on the internet, again through a misconfigured cloud bucket. If you have been or are a customer of Toyota, just be aware that this data has been leaked. Take reasonable steps to protect your identity. So yeah, this particular breach allows attackers to download, or it has breached names, phone numbers, email addresses, vehicle registration numbers, and it may have been accessible from October 2016 up until last month. The Toyota say no financial or vehicle location related data was included in the breach. But let's be honest, if you've got the name, the phone number, the email address, and the vehicle registration number, finding where that is isn't going to be that hard, is it, really? So yeah, make sure if you are storing customer data in cloud buckets that they are properly secured. And finally, Amazon is facing a £30 million fine over Ring and Alexa privacy violations. Basically, I bet you didn't know this, or you might have guessed, but employees at Amazon were able to look at your Ring videos. They had access to stuff, and of course, if you are, using Ring videos as home security, then yes, they could have a look around your house. I mean, you couldn't make this shit up, could you? Really? So Ring is going to have to pay £5.8 million in refunds to consumers and is barred from profiting from unlawfully obtained consumer videos. So yeah, generally a bad thing. If you are using any of these devices, I think there is an interesting question around any device that will listen for you. So Amazon Alexas and things, or iPhone Series, because they are listening, if you see what I mean. So they're busily sending what you're saying up to the cloud to see if you said, "Hey, Siri," or "Alexa," or whatever it might be. So don't put them in places where conversations you wouldn't want overheard. Could be, that would be a good thing. And then if you are using cloud-based cameras for security or other reasons, just be really sure that you understand how well secured that data is. If an organization like, if Amazon and Ring and so on are not making a good job of securing your data, just imagine how insecure your videos will be if you are using one of the cheap Chinese based solutions that you can pick up off Amazon for a few quid. So yeah, all a bit dodgy. But yeah, try to understand who's got access to your data, or equally, just don't do anything that anybody would be interested in. That is all from me today. I hope you have a great Thursday, and I will speak to you again tomorrow morning.